what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rise. We're back here at Crown Eurocars in St. Pete, Florida, and guess what? We have that new luxury SUV that is electrifying. It's this one. This is the first ever full electric SUV from Mercedes Benz. This is the EQS 450 Plus. But before we get into this first time full luxury, full electric SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. Big change is obviously happening in the auto industry. Boy, oh boy, Tesla really flipped the whole auto industry on its head, because when they came out with the original Model S and then of course that Model X SUV, it really showed what was possible with electrification. Fast forward to 2023 model year, and Mercedes-Benz, after their very successful launch of the EQS sedans, now we have the SUV. So what we're basically looking at is this mid-size SUV from Mercedes-Benz trying to bring a lot of what people love and know about Mercedes to a fully electric platform. And from what the brand is saying, they plan to go full electric come model year 2025. So let's go ahead, let's dive into this EQS 450 Plus and find out what is unique about it, and is this the best new luxury SUV to buy? Let's go ahead and find out. Right off the bat, the style. Definitely you could see the Mercedes-Benz connection, but you could also see that EQS. That is going to be their sub-brand for all of their electrified models. We've already brought you the EQE, which is that sedan that's about the size of an E-Class, but they also have the EQS, which is about the size of an S-Class. Now, up front, very unique style on those digital LED lights. Love the way they shape the headlight housing. Everything on the interior is blacked out, LED turn signals, and your daytime running lamp, which actually goes all the way across the center here. Now, one of the things that I'm confused about is why put such a large fake vent up front. So you're gonna have this ginormous fake vent. I am gonna zonk it. It would have been nice to make it a functional air curtain, or I'm trying to imagine it with the overall shape and just not the fake vent in there. Maybe put some LED fog lamps down below. That would have been a better use of the space. But you'll notice on the EQS 450 Plus, you have some chrome trim along the bottom, and then as we come across the center section, obviously no need for a traditional grille. So the way that Mercedes-Benz has incorporated that design into their EQS lineup is with this large black, gloss black painted area. Not my favorite, but you do have, of course, the Silver Star forward-facing camera and that LED lighting that runs along the top with some of that chrome trim. Down below, we do have functionality because we do have a liquid-cooled lithium-ion battery pack powering this electric SUV, and some more chrome trim along the lower lip. But definitely wide, definitely aerodynamic, and you could see the family resemblance to the other electrified Mercedes-Benz vehicles. Now, as we get up onto the hood, one of the things that's really weird is you cannot open the hood yourself. Only at the service tech station can the hood be open. EQS SUV can be powered with one electric motor or two. This one is a single electric motor out back powering the rear wheels. But you can see how you have that traditional Mercedes-Benz design, especially with the double bulge and that Mercedes-Benz Silver Star on that hood. Now, as we come around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire setup. Very unique wheel on this vehicle. So you're gonna have this massive 21-inch wheel, and then all of these inserts are plastic, kind of have like a nice textured feel to them to generate that airflow and keep everything slick. But you have machined aluminum, 21-inch wheel, and if you're wondering what's the size of the tire, 275 on the width, and you have a 45 series sidewall, active air suspension, all four corners. My one zonk that I have on the side, because I kind of think the wheel looks cool from an EV standpoint, is this flat black. Gotta go, gotta go. would like to see that body color match. Let me know how you feel in the comment section if this should be zonked on a Mercedes Benz vehicle. Now, as we kind of swing around, back around the corner here, one thing you'll notice is this unique door. What this is for is to fill up your windshield wiper fluid. So because you can't get access underneath the hood, they give you this little door here so that you can fill up your windshield wiper fluid. EQS badge, a little much in the corner of where the window frames are, so I am gonna have to zonk that. But I do like the nice silver aluminum finish. Of course, you have power folding mirrors. I have it in the lock position. 360-degree cameras and your turn signals built in with a little bit of chrome, matches all the other shiny chrome. There's your 360-degree camera, nicely placed. We do have flush mounted door handles, which obviously I have the key on me. So when I did that, the mirrors swung out and now the door, so I could grab onto it. And if you want to lock it, you're just gonna push there, boom. Down below, you do have your stationary running board. Kind of not necessary, but I guess if you have smaller kids, it makes it easier to get in the back seat. I guess it's more for the look than anything else. You can see the size of this. Remember, I'm 6 feet tall. This is definitely a mid-size SUV that is electrified. Working our way towards the rear, nice sloping roof. I like the way they work the quarter window. You got those massive 21-inch wheels, all four corners, and then swinging it out back, they did a pretty good job with keeping it clean. Nice, long, low roof spoiler. The only thing is, of course, zonk this, get this tucked underneath. No need to have that. I like the way they did the taillights. And then you have an algebra problem here. So remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, EQS 450 Plus. You got that Mercedes Benz badge. And then working our way all the way to the bottom, I'm very happy to report, super clean. Just some nice chrome trim, a rear diffuser area underneath for aerodynamic efficiency. But why don't we go ahead, let's get inside and talk horsepower numbers and look at that interior since we can't open the hood on this EQS 450 Plus. All right, guys, we're inside this 2023 Mercedes Benz EQS 450 Plus. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, this vehicle, I didn't even know these were available yet. I'm really excited. I've been wanting to go full electric. I guess the big question is, how much is it? Well, before we get to price, remember, we need to talk about horsepower and some of the other numbers. So in this vehicle, remember, this is a single electric motor. You're looking at 355 horsepower, and you're looking at around 419 pound-feet of torque. Now, it does have a direct drive transmission, 0 to 60 in around 6 seconds. If you're wondering, well, Joe, what about charge? Like, how long does it take to charge? To go from 10% battery life to 80% battery life on a DC fast charger, you're looking about 31 minutes. Range, this one being a plus, a 450 Plus, especially being a single motor, is a little bit over 300 miles worth of range, about 305. And if you're wondering, well, what does that equate to MPGEs? You're looking about a little over 80 MPGEs in the city, over 70 MPGEs in the highway. But what about the price? After you heard all that, MSRP right around $107,000. But let's see what you get for the money. To the door panels, two-tone and very unique. So you're actually gonna have this light cocoa brown with contrast stitching, some bronze, and then you'll notice some gloss black around the switchgear, and then heated seats and ventilated seats, and that's real wood finish with that Mercedes-Benz star finish right around where the window controls are, the switchgear. You do have a large pocket down there, easily put 2, I would say, avocado toast Subway sub sandwiches and a bottle of Aquafina to wash it down. Going from the door panel to the dash, ambient lighting, 64 different colors, that classic wood finish. Look at the way they did the AC vents, nicely done. And then of course we got the infotainment system, very similar to what's in the S-Class or the EQS sedan, that 11.6-inch infotainment system, full touchscreen capability, dual climate. Obviously go back home, you have all your different features, including that drive information. There's the lithium-ion battery pack. There's our single electric motor. We got 95% charge. We could go into vehicle dynamics. We got regen braking, of course. And then you got your different drive modes by going into your drive mode selector switch there. That makes all your adjustments, even individual. No Sport Plus. Sport is going to be the quickest. And then, of course, we got Eco. If you want to hug a tree, you could go ahead and go into Eco. My advice is never hug a palm tree. That's going to hurt. You got your AC controls, like I said, more of those touch controls. Going to EQ. Look at this. Look at the way it gives us our information. We could go into range. All that readout, all on the screen, super clear as day. My only zonk is all this gloss black. But down below, you got enough room down there for a box of size 12 Jordans. You got the new Jordans they just dropped. You could put your box down there with your Jordans, 2 USB-Cs. And I love the floating center console here. Of course, this guy opens up, 2 cup holders. Real easy to adjust, which is real nice. USB-Cs and wireless charging. I just wish it wasn't gloss black. There's that cocoa brown leather. Open it up. Easily put, I would say, 1 Super Slurpee. Like, say you're not allowed to have a Super Slurpee and you don't want people to see you with your Super Slurpee while you're driving. You can keep your Super Slurpee in there. Say that 10 times fast. 2 USB-Cs on top of it. And then the seats. That porcelain color, soft leather, nice bolstering, ventilated and heated. Gonna keep you comfy. And then of course we got this ginormous panoramic, split panoramic sunroof. Some glass for the people up front, glass for the people on the back. But why don't you come over here to the business side? I want to show you behind, as I close that, look at that, one swipe. Why don't you come on over here? I want to show you behind the wheel of this EQS 450 Plus. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. Lots of space in here, which is nice with that flatter floor because of this being an electric vehicle. Steering wheel, it is white leather, but you know what? I'll let you worry about that if you buy one of these to keep it clean. It is possible to keep it clean, but you got the gloss black on the switchgear. It is a very futuristic Mercedes Benz steering wheel. You got the paddles on the back of the steering wheel. That's for the regen braking to make those adjustments. And then you have that 12.3-inch digital display. Tells you your regen braking, your power gauge, speedometer, of course, and all the other information that you need. Nicely displayed with ambient lighting everywhere. But let's get into the back seat and see your passengers are going to like what the future holds for them in this EQS 450 Plus. Guys, back seat time. You got heated rear seats. And one thing I want to show off right off the bat is just how flat the floor is. That's part of that benefit of having an electric vehicle. We do have pockets on the back. You could easily put an abacus, a calculator, have some of that older technology. Maybe even like a Palm Pilot. You got new technology, bring along some old technology with you. You can amaze your friends. You do have AC vents in the back and the world's largest door for 2 USB-Cs. So I'm glad they got you covered there with a nice large compartment. I got my own pocket. I'm going back scratcher. The hell with old technology. That's the oldest technology. Cavemen taking a piece of stick and just being able to scratch their back. And I need a good back scratch right about now. But sitting back here, I feel really good. You got the same wood finish and everything. Pull that bad boy down. Not the softest, but you do have a nice place to put your cell phone or that calculator, like a Texas Instruments speaking spell. Flip it back. I love the microfiber soft Alcantara little luxury pillows. Feels good. But why don't we go ahead, let's see if the cargo space has enough room for all your junk in this futuristic Mercedes. All right, guys, cargo time. I love the way Mercedes uses their logo to open up the cargo area, and get ready for a winter wonderland back here, because just like the other places in the vehicle, we have that pure white everywhere in the cargo area. The great news is you got plenty of room. So if you're worried about room, do not worry. You have well over 30 cubic feet of space out back. Plus you can fold down the seats to just maximize that. We have storage underneath and all your charging accessories. So that's nicely done, the way they give you all that usable room. But you know what? I'm very curious to see how this EQS 450 Plus is gonna drive. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go on throttle in this electric Benz. All right, guys, we're inside this 2023 Mercedes Benz EQS 450 Plus. And right away, I have it on the strongest level of regen braking. How did I adjust it? By using those paddles on the back of the steering wheel. Now, right away, what I do like about this vehicle, it definitely feels Mercedes-Benz. And not because of all these Mercedes-Benz stars all over the interior. The way the dash is, the infotainment system, very unique feel in here. Steering has a nice overall weight to it. I am in sport mode. Remember, that's the sportiest mode out of all of them. And just very quiet in here. Remember, that's the new challenge for auto manufacturers, is that when it comes to noise and vibration levels, they really got to focus on making an interior especially quiet, because they have no internal combustion engine to cancel those noises and vibrations out, because you have just that single electric motor. But very, very smooth, and I like the way that it drives, because I think one of the biggest things is having a separate dash, digital dash, with your separate infotainment system. Nothing too ginormous like you would possibly find in a Tesla, say Model X. The one thing you might miss in this is that there's no one pedal operation. So something to just think about. I don't really like vehicles with one pedal operation that are EV, but this one does not have that feature. But let's see how on throttle goes. I'm actually gonna slow down here, let the regen braking, they call it recuperation. It's kind of weird, but on throttle, here we go. Instant torque, power gauge goes to 100, and we are off and running. But as soon as you let off throttle, you can see how that regen braking takes place, and that helps slow you down without having to hit the brake pedal. And it's also recharging that lithium-ion battery pack. Now, one of the biggest surprises that I could tell you that you're gonna experience when you get behind the wheel of a vehicle like this is how it handles. Even though it's large, mid-size, two-row SUV, even though it's heavy, it's gonna handle actually surprisingly very, very well. And the reason why is because the center of gravity is lower because of that big, huge lithium-ion battery pack. But as you can see, just very smooth in operation. My big question is will it be possible to get over 300 miles of range in this vehicle? Because that seems to be the number that all the manufacturers like to fudge. But we're gonna come to a dead stop here. On throttle, here we go. Obviously not the quickest EV, but you're getting that instant torque. And then now we're gonna see how she handles with those large 21-inch wheels and tires. Yes, you're gonna have some body roll, but like I said, surprisingly, for a larger SUV, handles pretty well. When you take all things into consideration, suspension does a great job of canceling out all of the bumps and divots and everything else that's in the road. And then visibility is great, especially when somebody is just, you know, slowing down in the middle of the road for no reason. It allows you to see that. And then of course we come to a complete stop for some reason, and he's telling me to go by, but I can't because he's like right there. And it's like, this is like really weird. I don't know what this person is doing, but okay. But like I always say on Rady's Rides, it's never a dull moment, especially in the state of Florida. I think another thing you're gonna like about this EQS 450 Plus is that we have rear wheel steering. So think about it. You're in a tight parking spot. You've been in that parking lot before in a different SUV that you used to own. In this one, it's gonna make it very easy to navigate that tight parking lot because of the rear wheel steering. Great for U-turns and great for those tight hard to get into areas. But like I said, driving this, it's different because it's totally quiet, but it feels very much like a Mercedes Benz vehicle should feel. Seats are comfortable, supportive. We got ventilated seats, heated seats, and then of course heated seats for the rear passengers. Although at this price point, they should be ventilated as well. I mean, let's be honest here. But I'm gonna take you through my little twisty bit section one more time, just for the heck of it. And then we're gonna get back to Crown Eurocars and wrap this one up. I'm gonna let that Alfa Romeo get ahead there. It's probably off to the service department at the local Alfa Romeo dealership. That kind of makes sense. But if you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. I am happy that they don't do any like stupid fake sounds in here, so that's the good news. But I do like the feedback coming to the steering wheel, and then real easy to adjust. I go to normal recuperation, or you could have none. So you got your three choices, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But we're gonna go back to Crown Eurocars. Supposedly, speaking of easy squeezy and lemons, they're making us some nice fresh lemonade there. So we're gonna get back and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been an electrifying experience here at Crown Eurocars. Definitely want to thank Nicole and the rest of the team getting us access to this 2023 Mercedes Benz EQS 450 Plus. Let me know what you think. Is this the best new luxury SUV that is available on the market? Would you go a different direction? Let me know in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile for coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Ladies Rides family. I like to give it up to Stephen Flood, who electrifies everybody's life, especially all of the young car enthusiasts that live on his block in his neighborhood. He goes around just informing people about cars and sharing the passion. So show leaving Stephen some of those comments down there and that love in that comment section. Thank you, Stephen, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.